This is a story of a young girl. This is Ananya's story. As a young marketing manager, she's more than happy to move from the busy life of Delhi to near suburbs of Kolkata to try something new. And she takes her best friend, her fur baby, her German Shepherd of 8 years age, with her. After making a very long trip, she's more than happy to have finally reached the destination. She gets out of the car to stretch her legs. Her loyal companion, the German Shepherd, hops out of the car to give her company. They're both exploring this new area. It's a change of scenery, somewhere they've never been before. They have hopes, aspirations, and a sense of adventure. She looks at the house that she's rented. It's her first rental house. It is a beautiful bungalow with vines going up the wall. The roof is layered with terracotta tiles. There is a small veranda next to it. It's a lovely house, and she's so excited. She starts taking packages out of her car and starts moving in. It's a lovely evening, and she's so excited to start this part of her life. There is nothing more exciting than setting up your own house with your own rules. She's really excited. To commemorate this wonderful start to her new life, her profession, she decides to take a picture of her dog in the new house. It looks weird. There are black, pointy, stick like things in the picture. She doesn't understand what that is. Maybe the camera is broken, she tells herself. Perhaps it's old, but the photo stays with her. Ignoring the very weird picture, she starts to set up. She puts out food bowl and water bowl for her dog. She sets up the kitchen, and she gets into her pajamas to retire for the night. She wakes up the next morning and finds something very weird. Her dog is not drinking the water from the bowl at all. He's acting funny. He's acting very strange. Every time she's in the house, the dog is staring in the corner of the room. The dog looks scared. But this is a new house. It's a clean house. Why is the dog acting funny? Every time she comes back from the market, every time she comes back inside the house, she looks at the dog staring at the corner of the room. Her German Shepherd is always staring at the rocking chair in the corner of the room. It is weird. She called her dog, "Bruno, come here. Come here, baby." But the dog ignores her. The dog continues to stare in the corner. Maybe the dog is sick. Maybe it's bad food. What's wrong with the dog? And now, it's evening. The sunlight is going down. It's time to go to bed in a few minutes. The dog looks even more weird. The dog is staring at the ceiling. She checks up, she looks at the ceiling. There is nothing there. What is the dog looking at? Bruno now stands up and stares at the door. He has a fierce fighting stance. But there is nobody to fend off. Who is the dog trying to fend off? She wants him to eat. She gives him food to eat, but he just sniffs it and does not eat. The dog is not drinking, he's not eating food, and he's acting weird. Should she be concerned? Wherever she goes, Bruno is now sticking by her side. He refuses to let her go. When she's outside, he's with her. When she's inside, he urges her, he pushes her to go outside. What's wrong? She wakes up and she finds him staring at her. He's got his teeth out. He's sneering at her. It's unusual. No, her dog never does that. There is something wrong. There is something very wrong. She wakes up the next day again, but this time, Bruno is sitting next to her, staring right at her. Something is very wrong. Bruno has never stared at her the way he's staring at her right now. But if she looks closely, he's not looking at her. He's looking behind her shoulder. This is creepy. This is scaring her. But now he's not looking behind her, he's looking at the ceiling. He is following something on the ceiling. She follows his eyesight. She can't see anything on the ceiling. What is Bruno looking at? What can't he stop staring at? She's now concerned. This is her fur baby. This is her best friend. Something is wrong. She needs to get it checked. She takes Bruno to a vet. The vet physically examines the dog, but then he can't find anything wrong. The vet takes blood samples from the dog to check for any kind of diseases. The vet does more examinations but doesn't find anything wrong. There is something wrong with the dog. Is it really? The vet tells Ananya there is nothing that he can find wrong with the dog. Perhaps it's a new location. Perhaps it's the food or the water. Maybe she should spend time with the dog so that the dog doesn't feel alienated. But physically and medically, there is nothing wrong with the dog. Now, the dog is acting even more weird. Bruno has become very possessive, protective. He's snapping at everything. He's sitting by the bed and refusing to leave. It's like he's guarding the bed, but what is he guarding the bed from? Now he's pacing the bed back and forth. He's going from one corner to the other, as if facing an invisible attacker. What is wrong? Ananya is concerned, but at the same time she's very scared of Bruno. What if he attacks her when she's asleep? What if he attacks her at any point? This is not making sense. She needs to figure something out. She wakes up the next morning, somehow putting Bruno to sleep, but the morning has a very different visual. She finds a burnt circle of salt in the middle of her living room. There is charred salt in a circle in her living room where nobody entered the house, nobody made any sound. Bruno and she were in the room. What is this? Is terrified to find the circle of salt because there is no explanation. Nobody entered the house, the doors are all locked, the windows are locked, but this strange thing happened today. She does not understand it at all. Is this what Bruno was worried about? Is this what Bruno was thinking and trying to prevent? She now needs to take some action since the vet could not find anything wrong with Bruno and this does not make sense. She decides to call a priest. The priest enters the house. He studies the building. He is stunned. For a very long time, he stares at the house, unable to process what he's looking at, what he's supposed to do. He is standing very still. Ananya doesn't understand this reaction. Was there something that he knew and he could see and she could not? Was there something that he could sense that she could not? Was the house possessed? Did she make a mistake? Finding the ominous response of the priest weird and unsettling, she asked the priest to do some kind of rites that free the space of negative energy so that she can have a happy life here, so that Bruno can come back to normal. Sensing that something was wrong, the priest starts purification spells. He does rites to rid the place of negative evil spirits, to purify the environment so that Ananya could live there in peace. The priest uses holy water to purify the space. He pours excess water in the living room where the circle of salt had been. He's trying to remove all evil essences from the house. As he enters the bedroom to purify it, something weird happens. He splashes holy water across the bedroom, but the water evaporates and turns into mist. This has never happened before. This was not supposed to happen. But why is holy water just evaporating? He is a little shaken by this event. He settles down on the bed, trying to figure what exactly is he dealing with. This is not normal. The priest asks Ananya, Did the landlord tell you what happened here? Did he give you anything? Any piece of information? Anything at all of what happened here? Did he tell you anything? Ananya was a little shaken and perturbed by the question. Yeah, she says. Ananya tells the priest that, yeah, her landlord told her that the predecessor, the previous occupant, she died here. She loved her husband, but she passed away before her husband did. That's about it. Everything that the priest didn't want to be true now felt like the truth. He is aghast. It's like he can see the woman she's talking about in the room. The priest confesses the truth to her. There was once a beautiful young woman named Savitri. She was so beautiful that everybody in the village wanted to marry her. She was the youngest daughter of a zamindar, and the zamindar was in debt. The zamindar sold his youngest daughter to an old man to settle his debts. He did not care about his daughter's future. He did not care about his daughter's tears. He did not care about his daughter's feelings. He just wanted the money. Savitri was sold and married off to an old man. The old man did not love her. The old man did not see her. To the old man, Savitri was just a possession, a beautiful young thing to acquire, a beautiful young thing to own. The old man, now Savitri's husband, dragged her to this bungalow and locked her in here. Here in the shadows, she set up her life, away from her family, away from her hopes, in servitude to the old man. Her husband lusted after her. He leered at her. He owned and abused her. This is not the life anybody wanted. But what could she do? Hating the man she was forced to marry, in the end, Savitri decided to run away. She decided to escape from this awful man and his awful habits, only to find him catch her. Her husband caught her and dragged her back to the house. As a man pursuing dark arts, as a man who dabbled in dark magic, he bound her soul to the foundation of the house where she could never escape. If there was anybody who was supposed to be with her, it was supposed to be him. She would never be able to leave the house. Savitri, because of the black magic, could never leave the house. Even awake, even to get groceries from the market, she could not step outside the bungalow. She was tied to the house. One day, as she slept on her rocking chair, tired, exhausted, giving up on life, an old man passed by the house. She did not know, but he could see her. He was taken by her beauty, and he wanted to talk to her. From the shadows, Savitri's husband saw the scene. He saw Savitri sleeping. He saw the young man. He saw the love, infatuation, and lust on the young man's face. Believing that he was betrayed in the worst possible way, he decided that he will end it all. He will get his revenge. The next day, the old man arranged a feast, special amazing food for Savitri. Because she had been such a good wife to him, she had been so docile that she did not step out of the bungalow and cared for him. He got special treats made for her. Unsure of the kindness that she had received, she ate the food cautiously while the old man stared. Her much older husband stared at her as she ate, but then the look in his eyes hardened. The neutral expression shifted to that of hate. And then she started to choke. She grabbed her throat as she choked. Something was wrong. She could not breathe. She coughed and tried to scream, but no voice would come. She clawed at her throat, and soon she started to froth. There was froth coming from her mouth. She fell on the floor, losing consciousness. Perhaps this was her escape. Perhaps now her nightmare was over. Her husband had poisoned her. Thankfully now, perhaps her nightmare was over. But poor Savitri, her husband had been a monster. She could not leave even if she wanted to because he had tied her spirit to haunt these halls forever. It had been decades since her death, but she could not leave. She did not find any peace. Hearing this story, she feels cold, clammy hands on her face. Are these Savitri's hands on her face touching her? Terrified, she now feels the fear that perhaps Bruno was warning her against. This was wrong. This was scary. Sensing the vengeful spirit around, the priest shouts at Ananya, telling her to run. Run, Ananya, get away from here as far as possible. This is not the place for you. Ananya grabs her keys, gets inside her car, and speeds away from this haunted bungalow. She runs away with Bruno to save her life and never return again. As she's driving away, she sees the old lady in her rearview mirror. Will the lady follow her?